If hyperbole is the boisterous sibling who shows up to a party wearing a neon tracksuit and demanding everyone's attention, then understatement is the one who quietly slips in and leaves a witty remark about the punch bowl and has everybody chuckling for days. Understatement is defined as a figure of speech where something is intentionally downplayed to make it seem less important than it actually is. It's like putting the entire cast of Game of Thrones on mute, just because it's funnier to watch them all die without having to hear their screams. Picture this. You've been drenched by a downpour that Noah would have been impressed by, and someone asks, "Get a little wet out there?" You respond with, "Well, just a bit." Understatement is the British way of saying, "I might need a canoe." Or take the classic scenario. You've just finished running a marathon. Your legs have been replaced with jelly and your lungs are on strike. A friend asks, "How was it?" The true connoisseur of understatement replies, "Not bad. I'm more or less warmed up now." Hollywood movies love grand gestures and often avoid understatement, but every now and then movies nod to the magic of understatement. Remember the scene in Monty Python and the Holy Grail where the Black Knight, after losing his limbs, says, "It's just a flesh wound"? If you've ever wondered what it would look like if denial and optimism had a baby, well, there it is. His refusal to accept that he's basically a human jigsaw puzzle is an understatement at its finest. And then there's Apollo 13, where the astronauts, after their spacecraft explodes, casually informs NASA, "Houston, we have had a problem." Calling a near-death experience in the middle of space a problem is like describing the Titanic sinking as a bit of a splash. It's an understatement that makes you wonder if they also describe erupting volcanoes as slightly warm hills. In the world of literature, however, understatement is not hard to find. In Catch-22 by Joseph Heller, when Yossarian is being informed of the absurdities of military regulations with regard to flying missions, he remarks, "That's some catch, that Catch-22." Yossarian's dry comment understates the maddeningly circular logic of Catch-22, which dictates that one is insane if they are willing to continue to fly dangerous combat missions, but sane if they request to be excused from them, meaning they cannot be excused because the request itself proves their sanity. In The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde, when Lady Bracknell finds out that Jack Worthing was found in a handbag as a baby, her response is, "To lose one parent, Mr. Worthing, may be regarded as a misfortune. To lose both looks like carelessness." The situation of a baby being found in a handbag is absurdly understated as mere carelessness, which is both funny and reflective of Wilde's sharp social satire. It's crucial to understand that understatement isn't about lying. When you say, "I've had better days after surviving a tornado," you're not denying that your house is now in Kansas. You're just choosing to acknowledge it in the most chill way possible. It's like whispering the truth in a world that's constantly shouting. When emotions are running high, understatement can deflate the drama faster than a punctured balloon. It's a way to acknowledge the chaos and help to ease it. Plus, understatement is the hallmark of the sophisticated and the witty. In a world that often values loudness over substance, understatement is the ultimate power move, like showing up to a black tie event in jeans and still being the best dressed person there. But of course, understatement isn't without its risks. In a world that's increasingly direct, understatement can be mistaken for indifference or complete cluelessness. When you say it's just a bit of rain during a monsoon, you might come off as someone who hasn't yet discovered what weather is. If you're in a high-stakes situation, understatement might make you sound like you're narrating a nature documentary, when you should be sounding the alarm. Understatement is the art of saying less, meaning more. It's the ability to take the world's chaos, wrap it in a blanket of calm, and present it with a smile so subtle people aren't sure if they should laugh or offer you a cup of tea. But those who revel in the dance of words, who enjoy leaving a little room for interpretation, understatement is the crown jewel of communication. So next time you find yourself in the midst of a catastrophe, remember the power of understatement. After all, it's just a little something to think about. It's, no big deal. This is Know Your English saying goodbye. Another figure of speech to look at is the hyperbole. The art of the hyperbole is just waiting for you to click the link on your screen. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.